welcome back to my channel. So this video is just going to be a update on, just a life update and a Q&A. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight to it. I don't want to waste much time. So before I get into the questions, I just wanted to give a little update on everything and what's been going on, why I haven't been posting, things like that. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at some notes. I'm looking over the questions a little bit, so yeah, just bear with me. It's been quite the year. I have not posted, I think, in almost a year, if not over. So now my baby, I did have my child, I did have a baby, and he is now 1 year old. He's actually 12 months as of today, and he'll be, not his birthday is not today, but he's still 12 months. He'll be 13 months next week. But yeah, a lot was going on why I wasn't able to make a video. We moved, we were trying to do renovations, do a lot of things before the baby came, and it was just a lot going on. And of course, trying to manage being a new mom and just keeping up with things. Of course, there's no excuse as to why I can be consistent, but it was it's been a year. A lot has been going on. Other than that, I also am in school, so my spring semester with a baby was quite the challenge as well. Just a little more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be initially. And yeah, just a few other updates. I know in my prior video I had talked about schooling and finishing school and things like that, so I did actually finish. That was actually a certification that I was doing. So I did have a couple questions about that, just from like 2 people were just like, oh, okay, I'm in school too, what's your major or whatever. That was actually certification, and I didn't finish my degree, but I actually just recently changed my major to nursing. It was not a part of the plan, but yeah, we're just gonna see how it goes. I'm a little excited about it. I actually changed it spring semester, so earlier this year, and just after a couple things weren't working out with school, I just figured what was the best solution for me, and that ended up being nursing. I never saw myself as a nurse. I always saw myself as other areas of the medical field, but I just decided to go ahead and try this out. I understand that it is a challenge. I've heard so much about it being a challenge, but I actually ended up taking the entrance exam, the ATIT's exam, and I did pass it. I most likely will do a video on how I passed. A couple other things, I traveled already with him, which was an experience traveling with a baby for the first time. I've actually never traveled by myself, other than, around the state. So I had never traveled outside of the state on my own. That was the first experience that I've had traveling on my own, and then with the baby was a little bit of a challenge, but I enjoyed it. I think that was an enjoyable challenge versus school and a baby. Also, I have tried working with him, and let's just say that's not really ideal for my situation, but if you can do it, kudos to you. And I'll get more into that as well in another video. But yeah, other than that, let's see, I'm almost 13 months postpartum as well, and hold on, my baby is sleeping, so I need to go check on him. Okay, so back to it. I did have to go grab him. I'm nursing right now, so that's why I shrunk a little bit. But what was I saying? So I am 13 months postpartum. I can say that with my experience with postpartum, it wasn't something that I expected. I did think that, was it going to be that bad for me? I don't know how many people feel that exact same way, but I can say for me, it was an endless cycle because my mind was so busy. I didn't really have time to be like in postpartum depression. My experience with it was that it was a cycle, it was a roller coaster, and I still feel like it's a roller coaster. I don't know when that will stop. I feel like that I'm kind of used to it, but yeah, that's how I feel about that. I might do a separate video on that, but most likely I don't know, I probably won't do a video on specifically postpartum because I personally didn't even really recognize those postpartum symptoms as much as I probably should have been more aware of those things. But I don't feel like I was so busy, guys. A lot was going on. Like I said, it's been a year, so I can't say that motherhood changes you, and having to care for a baby and still continue your life, especially in my situation where I feel like I'm not exactly where I want to be yet. especially for a child. That's just something you have to consider. And yeah, moving on from that though. Now onto the questions. I asked a couple questions on my Instagram, and yeah, I didn't get too many questions. And some of them I just prefer not to answer as of right now. The first question was, why did I start YouTube? So initially I started YouTube, well, I've had a channel before. It's on private, don't go looking for it, and I honestly can't even find it at this point. But it was when I was in middle school, I think, and my confidence just wasn't there, so I never continued. I just played around with it, and I ended up posting, just keeping it on private. And I never posted it, I never said anything about it, and I enjoyed making the videos. I thought it was just fun. I did like makeup videos and things like that. And let's just say I'm happy that I never posted them, because it probably would have been really cringy today. So but right now I really wanted to do the channel because what pushed me to do it was I wanted to be able to film and go through the motherhood experience on the channel. I wanted to be able to share my experience and the whole shebang. That's really most of it. And then of course, you know, with YouTube comes another income. So as of, you know, that's more so of what it is. Obviously, you know, I enjoy doing the videos, but that's a plus. It is a plus, especially with me being a stay-at-home mom as of right now, and I'm blessed to be able to have that opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom, especially at my age, especially not being exactly where I want to be, and having that opportunity to be able to be a stay-at-home mom and enjoy my time with my son and be able to further my education is a blessing in itself. So yeah, I really feel like I slacked and I could have continued doing the little memories, but also I don't want to be too hard on myself because I know that there was a lot going on, and I know that, you know, I prioritized my son, and also I felt like I had to put a face on, not personality wise, but like my makeup, do my hair, and y'all, I was looking bummy. I didn't really have the interest in doing it, and yeah, that's another thing for another time. And I have seen people do videos without, you know, just showing the raw them and motherhood, and that's perfect for you. But I just, especially in that space, that fresh postpartum space, I just would have wanted to look my best, even if I didn't feel my best. Anyways, that's kind of why I started it. That's why I'm continuing it, and that's why I came back. The next question is, how's mom life? And I know who asked this question, but mom life has been a journey, and I feel like I've been talking about mom life this whole time. I also felt like that I've just only been able to talk about motherhood for a while, so talking to people who don't have kids and things like that, I just wanted more mommy friends. So that's that. But mom life has been really good to me. It's been up and downs, but I wouldn't take it back. I don't regret it. And yeah, obviously it wasn't an ideal time for me, but honestly, looking back and how this year has went, and just the whole pregnancy and everything, it led up to this, and I could not see the future, but things are great. They're great. And I am proud of myself for taking that time to make sure that I had no regrets in pregnancy, in motherhood, etc. Like, I wanted to go take the maternity pictures, I wanted to have a baby shower, I wanted to do those things, and I didn't want to look back and regret it because I felt bad, or because of how others may have made me feel, and just the whole thing. So I'm proud of myself for that. So, and I've continued to do that, so I just feel like that's added on to the amazing time that it's been being a mom. I enjoy it way more than I thought I would have. And yeah, do I want more kids? So right now it's just me and my son, and I am happy with that. I'm not planning for any more children as of right now, especially since, you know, I feel like one kid is one thing, 2 kids is another, 3 kids is another thing. So as of right now, I'm not looking to have any more kids. In the future, of course, maybe another one, because I do want my child to experience having a sibling. I feel like siblings are everything. I don't know how I would have got through this process without my siblings. So of course I want him to have a sibling, and yeah, that's my main reason. Like, I want him to be able to have that experience. And pregnancy wasn't the worst for me. It was tough at the beginning, but it wasn't the worst for me. I feel like that I could do it again. Do I want to do it again? Would I enjoy it again because I love being a mother? Yes. And yeah, eventually, the short answer is yes. I do want more kids eventually. And then, sorry y'all, get him right. Can we get a bump picture and a postpartum picture? So I know I didn't show you guys my bump in my other video, and I did have it in the thumbnail on the cover of the video, but I didn't show you guys my bump. I was definitely pregnant in those last two videos, and I did have a picture of me after I had him. And then a little bit time, I will put a picture somewhere up here, and if I cannot figure it out, I will put a link to a post or some kind of way for you guys to be able to see my bump and then my postpartum body. And then yeah, if you guys do want to see what I look like now for new mommies who want to know, I will also add that in there as well. Just comment down below and I'll add that as a link if I don't put it in the video. And yeah, something about the postpartum. So I did actually get stretch marks during the pregnancy towards the very end, y'all, and I did everything to prevent it, and they just appeared. I'm thinking it's genetic, so I don't think I could have prevented it that much. And I mean, I tried, but it is what it is. They have faded now, of course. Like, they're not even there. Even like there was some marks that was there, like some dark marks, and they're pretty much cleared up to my skin tone. It is, you can see a difference in the skin tone, but it's been slowly fading. And yeah, I will put a picture of my bump and my postpartum body. Okay. How is birth and postpartum? I feel like I already answered the postpartum question. I feel like I've said it so many times in this video already. But I will do a birth experience video. I did end up having my baby at a birth center. I had him naturally, and what else? Yeah, so I'll be doing a video on my experience at the birth center and my birth experience. I'm going to be doing those as well. And I already spoke about postpartum, so I won't be speaking about that probably in another video. But that's been my postpartum experience. It's kind of what I said earlier in the video. And then, of course, I'm going to do a video on my birth. But just to give you a quick summary, yeah, like I said, I had him at the birth center, and it was a pretty overall good experience. I can't say there were some things that I didn't like about it. There were some ups and downs, but would I go back again? I would definitely consider a hospital. We had to take a little intermission, but we're back. The birth center had its ups and downs, and I would consider a hospital. I'm not saying that that would be my main decision, but I would consider it a lot more, just because I want to see what that experience would be like as well, and just in comparison, because that fit for me. I think most likely if I was having another child, I would have him at home, because that's what kind of more so I was looking for. We just were moving and a lot of things were going on, so I just opted to try the birth center, and it was exactly what I was looking for. So okay, this question, I did answer this question. I have a whole video on this question, but it is, what was my reaction to being pregnant with my baby boy? And my reaction, I do have a video on it, and it is just I'm only saying it because it was fresh on my mind, and it'll just be more authentic to how I felt then. But as of right now, I can say that I was shocked, surprised. I felt on one hand that I was heading in the right direction to be able to, and then the other hand, I was nervous, of course, scared like anybody else would probably be in my situation. I'm not even gonna say my age. And yeah, but I do have a whole video on that. that I'll link below. That way that question can be answered. Okay. The next question is, what is my current read? I don't have a current read right now. The book that I've been reading the most right now is the Bible. So I guess that's my current read. But as far as reading outside of that, I don't have a current read that I'm reading as of right now. I am planning on reading a book with my siblings. We were supposed to do like this group buddy read on the book. I don't remember the name exactly, but I know it's like something about a family. Oh, like a murder in a family. I don't know the exact name of the book. I'm sorry, but that would be my current read. I've been right now most interested in success books per se. Just books about what I feel like that I've been working on. Think that, and that's why it's piquing my interest. Just as far as waking up early. That's what successful people do. Wake up early, go to the gym all the time, be consistent, things like that. That's more so what I've been reading. Things on controlling your emotions and just success for life and focusing on the more important things and prioritizing those things as far as finances. And obviously I'm a mom now, and that was already on my mind prior to him even being that was already on my mind prior to him even being born. But now it's even more on my mind. And those are the type of books that I read right now. But my current read, I'm reading the Bible. I've been reading the Bible as my current read. The book that I'm about to read soon is, I think it's called, like I said, The Murder in the Family. I'll link it below if you guys are just interested in the book that I'm gonna read. But yeah, that's the book that I'm currently about to read, and those are the books that I've been more interested in. I think the last book that I read was the Atomic Minds. Other than school books, like that's what I've been reading too. Like I'm in school, so. But Atomic Minds, I think it's called, or I don't remember the name of it. But it has gold, it's a gold and white cover. I know for sure it's Atomic something. Kind of give you more insight of like the type of book that I'm talking about when I say like a successful book or a growth book per se. But yeah, so that was pretty much all of the questions. And if you feel like I didn't fully answer it, you can comment below and I'll re-answer it or give you some clarity on that answer. Or most of the questions were asked on Instagram, so you can just message me on there and I'll just answer that. I think that's all. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and share for me. I am still getting used to filming and being on camera and speaking to the camera, mostly because I was not consistent with my last videos, so I have to pretty much restart. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys watch the next one.